Hello, it's the Randy Duck and welcome back for another video. This time I've got 3 replays for you in the Tier 7 French premium light tank, the AMX Chaffee. And that is because this light tank is a level 25 season pass award. So if you have 2,000 gold to pay for the season pass, you'll be able to unlock this tank at level 25. And it's actually a fantastic little light tank. I hadn't played it for a very long time. Like originally this tank used to be tier 6, then it got changed to tier 7. But it is a dual crew trainer, so you can actually play American crews and French crews in this tank. It's a 6-shot autoloader with 135 alpha, but it can rack up the damage pretty quickly because your reload's really not that long. So here we are on the initial map on mine, so we are top tier. It's not the ideal map for a light tank, but we do make it work here, and we just set up to punish the cross on anyone trying to climb the hill. And you can see here with my little P-shot autoloader, I'm able to put about sort of 600-700 damage here into, about 800 damage into that light tank crossing. And then we're back on reload, and you're only reloading for about sort of 12-13 seconds, and then you're back on reload ready to fight. What you will notice is I do run the traction system on this tank, and I think it's quite, for me it's quite important because it just kind of boosts your max mobility, and it's felt quite, because without it the tank's a little bit sluggish for a light tank when it comes to the top speed, but with that it kind of makes it a lot nicer to play. And you don't really miss out on any of the other equipment slots really. So here we are, we punished the cross again. We've now moved up to try and get more shots in this Churchill and the tank destroyer crossing. Done a good job at that, putting us on to 1500 damage and picking up another kill, and we're just pulling back now while we're on the reload. I think in terms of concealment, I've got the concealment down to about 271, so it's fairly stealthy. There's more stealthy light tanks, but the concealment is still pretty decent. And we're now pushing up to try and just keep the enemy team kind of trapped in that little the base area, and trying to get as many shots as we can. And now we're going to use this rock for a little bit of protection. Whilst we're on reload, the enemy artillery is looking for shots, but they would have an awkward shot shooting us because we have this rock in front of us. They probably could find might be able to find a way, but doing our best job to keep ourselves protected. And then we managed to finish off that enemy Leo crossing towards a hill. And we have been fairly aggressive in this particular game. Also, we are top tier in this particular one. I do have a bottom tier replay to show you as well. We're now going to move up and try and get behind this KV1. Unfortunately, we bounced that shot, just more poorly aimed than anything. But now we're aiming the rear of the tank. We should be able to pick up the kill, hopefully. But he does get shot down by our Tiger, so we dump our last round, go on reload again. Putting ourselves onto about sort of 2,300 damage, I think with 1,900 assistance, which is pretty good going on a small map like mine's. We've kind of made it work really well for us, and now we're going to see if we can clip out this enemy SU and see if we can pick up another kill and some more damage and just dump our remaining clip. We do pick up the kill. There's only 3 tanks remaining, 1 enemy heavy and 2 enemy artilleries. I'm on reload, but I'm moving into the approach to see if we can get any last damage on these artilleries, to see if we can to get another kill or something out of this game. Just seeing if we could get a heavy shot on the way, but we should finish off the heavy. Unfortunately, we kind of bounced that first shot, on the artillery, and now we just snapped that shot into the enemy last remaining heavy tank, and we do pick up a 5th kill. Bringing this then to replay number 1. Let's see how we got on, and we'll move on to a different replay. So we've got 5 kills, 2,000, sort of just shy of 2,700 damage, 2,000 assistance, getting the ace tanker there and the high caliber. So let's move on for the second replay. See you in a bit. Okay, so here we are for replay number 2. This time we are on tier 8 matchmaking, and we're on Westfield. So we are on a good map this time for a light tank. And we got the preference in spawn. I would prefer this spawn in the light tank. So it's going to be a very different style of replay to the first one. This time I'm going to be a lot more like a traditional light tank and try and spot the cross at the first point of call. There is 2 enemy light tanks I need to concern myself with, but as you see I'm pushing up very aggressively to extend my view range to the maximum. It is fairly risky, but the important key part is that I want to spot the cross. and sometimes people don't push all the way and they kind of miss the tanks actually crossing, and they get up for free. That's what I'm trying to prevent here. And I've spotted this dragon really early. Unfortunately, no one's really set up to get any punishment into this dragon, which is a shame, because really crossing like that, it should be eating a lot of damage. Like, there should be no way really for this SDA to actually cross here without dying, but I just don't think we have enough punish to actually stop it. It was mainly me shooting, shooting there. I probably wouldn't have shot if it wasn't for the fact that no one was shooting him, because I would have waited to see if I don't want to, obviously when you fire, you lose concealment value, so I was risking being spotted there, but I wanted to make sure he at least got some punishment in there. So we're now pushing forward again. You see I've reversed round for quick escape, because if I do get detected, the most likely thing of me getting detected is going to be the light tank at the top of the hill, which has just detected me. It's an enemy turtle. He's coming in to try and dirt me. I've just got to try and dodge weave, try and get out of there. Thankfully he is getting punished for this, and also more importantly he didn't land a derp shell in me, so I got that out. I got out unscathed. And now I'm just going to go back, lose my spot, go back and spot again. I want to get there straight away because I know those tank destroyers are there. I want to keep them detected for as long as possible, to try and get some assistance. We have started to pick up some assistance now, got just shy of 900 assistance. You see that turtle tank there, he's now on a one shot. I'm going to stop my push here so he doesn't actually detect me because he didn't come high enough up. Now he's pushed down to that dip, I'm going to push forward again to try and spot them. I'm hoping the fact that he's on 300 hit points is going to make him less likely to do sort of that play again, because he's more likely to get taken out by our team. We do spot the Tiger P, and it's risk and reward here. We are being risky spotting this after our targets for our team, but we need to spot them. We are in a light tank and we're the best placed in order to do so. I get detected there because I fired. I do pick up a bit of damage, but now I'm just trying to get out of there again. So trying to dodge and weave, but the enemy artillery is looking at me, and unfortunately he gets pretty lucky, pretty fortunate there to hit me on the move for half of my hit points, which is not ideal. But we're going to go back again and try and detect this, because we're starting to lose this game, but it's important to me I keep this vision for as long as possible. Whilst my team are still alive, I want to extend this vision, so it's pointless waiting to the end of spot when they're all dead, because I'm not going to pick up any assistance. So I need to try and get as much assistance in this game as I can, in order for us to try and win this game. So we're on 2,000 assistance, 1,000 damage. The enemy team have started to push across. You see how far we're pushing down this ridge here. There is only one enemy light tank alive now, and we're just spotting this Scorpion G. He is getting, you are starting to pick up the assistance, he's getting taken out. I'm not firing here because I don't want to get detected right now. Now I know he's actually getting hit by our friendly team. Because we're bringing this back slightly, it's 10 versus 11, but it's very, very close. It's very, very close game. You also have the issue with the French light tanks, there's your gun elevation, so sometimes when you're on a ridge like that, it's awkward to actually get your gun up. Like, I'm not sure I can actually get my gun up that high to shoot that TD right now. But he has got caught in the open, and we have just put ourselves onto about 3,500 assistance. Now with 1,000 damage, with still 11 tanks remaining. I think we've, I don't know, it looks like we've kind of lost the top area potentially. So I'm just doing all I can to to spot these. I'm sort of, it's in the back of my mind, I'm kind of thinking I might actually have a route to get to the enemy artillery, and put in a bit of punishment for shooting us earlier. But I'm just waiting at the moment, because I am still picking up assistance of things like this dragon, and I thought, well, let's just, whilst I'm detecting stuff and doing useful things, we'll try and keep them, try and keep them all spotted. Unfortunately, I get detected there for firing. It was a bit risky. Could be very risky now because I've got detected in an awkward situation. But I go straight down into the dip because I know kind of where the enemy team are. So I'm putting myself in the safest position I can be, as quick as I can, to try and lose my spot. And I do lose my spot, and we actually managed to pick up 4,000, well, straight up to 5,000 assistance now for that dragon getting taken out. Bringing this back to what's it, an 8 versus 8 now, so it's even game. And light tanks come even more powerful when there's less tanks in the lobby, because you have a lot more freedom and places to move, especially on a map like Westfield, where it's fairly open. It gives you lots of places to try and outmaneuver the enemy team. Now there is still, I believe, a couple of TDs on the hill in front of me. This is where I'm kind of thinking that do I want to try and push and kill that artillery and take away the base for the enemy team, because it would also give me another angle to work shots in, and that's what I'm thinking about doing. But I'm just waiting at the moment to see if this enemy medium backs up, because then I can pick up the kill, just because I think he's kind of holding our team up there. But he does get taken out by our friendly Earthshaker, and this is where I'm going to think, right, I'm thinking now I can probably, I'm counting where the tanks are. There's 7 tanks, there's 3 tanks spotted there. We know where the artillery is, so that's the 4th tank at the bottom, and we know there's a couple of tanks up the top. So we pretty much got a good idea where all the tanks are. So we're thinking about going into the artillery, but we've seen a 2-shot Centurion to us. We're just waiting to see if we can take that tank out, but he actually gets taken out by our friendly artillery. I've just seen the enemy artillery shoot and fire. I know exactly where he is, so I'm going to try and head over there now to see if we can take him out and then get behind the church building for cover to stop me getting shot by the rest of the team. He's just fired again, which is good, because obviously he's not going to be able to shotgun me if he's just shot his gun, but he has got a pretty good reload. So we're going in, I was about to go in for the artillery, but we stopped, because then we see this enemy hammer, and I think, you know what, I can probably shoot this hammer, take them out, and then kill the artillery, and it's one less gun to shoot at me. So I'm going to do that. We do manage to take him out, picking up our kill. We go on reload, and we're just waiting right now. We know the artillery is literally directly below us, so once we're off reload, we can actually go in and pick up the kill. We do go in, we spot him. We're going to pick up any assistance here from the team on the top of the hill and see if we can maybe pick up the kill ourselves. We don't pick up the kill, but we do pick up a little bit more assistance. Putting this under 5,600 assistance, 1,600 damage with 2 enemy TDs left. And you can see where they are on the map. We're just going to go in and see if we can get any more damage on that. So, trying to shoot this enemy Japanese tank destroyer. Unfortunately, frontally from this distance with my APCR, my penetration values isn't going to be high enough to pen him. But if he turns sideways, I should be able to get a couple shots in. We do pick up a couple, putting this on to about 2,000 damage, 5,600 assistance. So, we've had a good game. Very different to the first replay, but we're just seeing if we can get to this TD in time in order to pick up the kill. But it looks unlikely at this point, but we're going to head over there because you never know. But he does get taken out, brings us into replay number 2 with one final replay to come. So let's see how we did then. We do get 1 kill, 2,000 damage, 5,600 assistance, picking up the scout medal and the ace tanker. So let's see if in a bit for the final replay. Okay, so here we are for the final replay then. This time we are bottom tier, so it is tier 9 matchmaking. There's 2 enemy artilleries and there is 2 enemy light tanks. So again, this map's pretty decent for light tank, nice big map, lots of space to manoeuvre. Initially we're going to take a somewhat aggressive position to try and spot and see how many tanks are going hill, and just use this bush to spot them. But we're going to reverse in case we need to escape pretty quickly. And we do get detected, I think, from that enemy medium tank, which is pushing into a position which is going to be a real nuisance for us. So when we get any opportunity to take this tank out, because he is taking punishment crossing, we're going to do so, because this is going to be a nuisance for our team if a tank sits here. So this is kind of risky, but I really want to just get rid of this tank here, and I'm just trying to get as many shots as I can. But I pull out after 2 because I don't want to risk just losing my tank there unnecessarily. But if he starts to caress forward like he is there, I'm going to have easier shots in, and we are able to just take him out there pretty quickly. And that's a tier 8 tank out of the game. And that's quite good, because the position he was going to put himself in would have caused our team problems, because he would have kept a lot of tanks. All those tanks on the hill would have just been constantly detected. But we've got rid of that problem, and then that's just given us a lot more freedom now. So a decent start to the game. And it doesn't look like there's many tanks so far have actually gone to the hill. We just spotted this enemy Maljan. We haven't really spotted much else, which gives me the impression that a lot of the team are probably either pushing the ice road down the 1-2 line or just camping in their base. So we're just going to stay here for the time being until our team get to the top of that hill and hopefully try and take out that Maljan. We're looking to see if we can get some shots into this tiger. We do get detected for taking that shot. I don't think it was a Maljan, but it could have been, or maybe else is something else still there. But we're just going to see if we can get a few more shots in. But I think this tank's going to get taken out pretty quickly, and he does by our friendly M12 artillery. Go back on reload, and then we're just going to just keep this position for the time being, because we are picking up assistance on this enemy Maotian. Our friendly medium tank has actually pushed up into an aggressive but decent position. Sorry, our friendly light tank, I should say. And he is starting to spot these tanks, and judging by his intel of what he's spotted, that gives me, you know, I know pretty much where the rest of the team are at this point, and I've got the freedom to try and move forward now. So we are going to try and move forward and spot the enemy artillery. We do spot the artillery in the open, and now we're going to try and farm out one of them, you know, just to try and, you know, get rid of that threat, and then we can move on to try and pick up the rest of the damage. We should have the kill here with our final shot, and we do, picking up our second kill, putting us into 1,500 damages, 600 assistance, and we're going to try and keep this train going, see if we can get to a corner and spot, you know, take out this artillery if we can before we get to safety, and maybe pick up the Paducci medal there. So we get a nice shot in on the move, get a second shot in there, damaging his tracks. We should, you know, he shouldn't escape here. He does just, I think, get into a bit of cover maybe, but it looks like he might. Yeah, I think he's going to get taken out by our friendly light tank anyway. But now we're just going to go back on reload, and you can see all the enemy team are down to 1-2. So they kind of trapped themselves in that position, and we've taken away a lot of map control, and that normally leads to sort of, you know, one or two things. The enemy icebreaker I will struggle to pen, especially from this distance, but he's on a one shot. I'm hoping someone else will be able to take him out unless he turns sideways, and we can pick up the kill. But he does get taken out there. We've then got an enemy Senshi actually pushing us here. We're going to pull back just so we don't get detected in a poor area. I was thinking I was shooting for the bush, so I might have get detected there, but I actually do get detected, and now I need to try and sort of get out of there before I end up getting taken out. I do lose one shot of damage, but then we actually get the track shot there and pick up some more assistance, putting us under 2,000 assistance with 2,000 damage and 2 kills and 5 enemy tanks remaining, 4 enemy tanks remaining, and yeah, it's just about getting as much out of this as we can now. There's an IS 3-2 I think here. Obviously we're going to struggle to pen him. We can pen the side of his turret though if he's, you know, if he's side on, but frontally we're going to have a difficult time penning him unless I can maybe get to his lower plate. Obviously got to be careful because he could actually technically one-shot us if he does the double tap. So, but right now we're not actually getting detected fine for these bushes, and he's got a lot of, yeah, he's in a poor situation. He's got lots of tanks shooting at him. Only 2 tanks remaining. I think it's an enemy Scorpion and an enemy light tank, Scorpion G, an enemy light tank. So we just full sending to exactly where they're going to be. We can eat a shot off of the Scorpion if we need to, and we did need to, but he has now fired, so he's on reload. I'm just going to close down the distance because I put myself in front of that ridge, so he can't really poke without getting shot by our friendly team, and he does get taken out in the end by our friendly light tank. 1 tank remaining, which is the enemy light tank. I am, yeah, only on 200 hit points, but being it's an 8 versus 1, I'm feeling fairly confident. Thankfully, I survived that jump there. I didn't even realise at the time, but that was quite risky. And we're going to see if we can get any shots into this tank. It looks like he's going to get taken out pretty quickly. It's only down to 100 hit points. I'd like to just, you know, get another kill. Would be quite nice to take out a tier 9 light tank, but we'll just see if we can get what we can do when we get over there. So we should land one more shot. We do. Can we get the kill? And we do pick up the kill, bringing an end to the replay and the video. So what did we do? We managed to get, I think, 4 kills. Yeah, I think, well, yeah, we got 3 kills, 2,800 damage, 2,600 assistance. So a pretty decent game for a bottom tier light tank there, getting the ace tanker. So yeah, thank you so much for your support. As always, happy tanking.
Hadouken!